Sahana vavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvina vadhitamastu mavid vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Now continuing the discrimination between the self and the not self and the importance of the discrimination. We have seen what Acharya Shankara has said in the verse 147. We will chant that once again. Nastraina shastrair anilena vahnina Chetum na shakyo na cha karma kotibihi Viveka vijnana mahasina vina Dhatu prasadena sitena manjuna. So this samsara vriksha cannot be cut with any ashtra or shastra. With the axe you cannot cut. You cannot blast it through a tank, bullet. You cannot do all those things. Anilena, by the wind or by the fire, it cannot be burnt. Chetum na shakyaha nacha karma kotibihi. Even though you do karma for yugas together, crores and crores of karma, kotibihi, this cannot be cut asunder. Why? Those are not the right means. See, those are all the not right means. So what has to be done? Viveka vijnana mahasina vina. Without using the sword of right discrimination, Viveka and Vijnana, the true knowledge, it cannot be cut, and which has to be sharpened by Dhatu Prasadena, purification of the mind. Why? The mind, the quietened mind only can comprehend the truth. So only by that Maha Asina, this tree of samsara can be cut. According to Shankara, that is the way to go. Viveka, Vijnana, Mahasina. Asina means sword. So through discrimination and true knowledge of the oneself, true self, only this can be cut. Why? Because the moolam is what? Ignorance. Ajnana moolam. So only through the Viveka and Vichara and right knowledge it can be cut asunder. Now moving on. Shruti pramanai kamate swadharma Nishta tayaivatma vishuddhirasya Vishuddha buddhe paramatma vedanam Tenaiva samsara samoola nashaha Shruti Pramanaika swadharma Nishtha tayaivatma vishuddhirasya Vishuddha buddhe paramatma vedanam Tenaiva samsara samoola nashaha Shruti Pramanaika matehe Pramana eka matehe Shruti Pramanam means what? Our Vedas, Shruti means Vedas, are the only authentic source of knowledge. That is what the Sanatana Dharma people believe in. Very, very firmly they believe. So, Shruti Pramana eka matehi means what? We have to be convinced that the Vedas are the only Pramana, means of knowing the highest truth. So, such reverence for the Veda mantras, for the Upanishadic teaching one should have. Whatever is said in Vedas, that is the Upanishads, one has to take it very seriously. One should understand that is the truth. If you start arguing against the Shruti Pramanam, then we are going away from the self, going astray. So, yeah, you can question, but with a positive mind of understanding the truth. Not to sort of trying to negate. That is the idea of Shruti Pramana Ekamatehe. The buddhi should be with Shraddha and Bhakti. Shraddha is what? Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhi Avadharana. So, the Vedas are the only source of knowledge or the means of knowledge, and I have got great Shraddha Bhakti in it. My Guru is trying to explain it as best as possible. So, this Shraddha, that is Ekamatehe. With that Buddhi, Swadharma Nishtha. Swadharma Nishtha is very important. What is Swadharma Nishtha? Traditionally it is interpreted as this. Swadharma Nishtha means everybody has got their own dharma according to the Varna Ashrama. If you are born in a Brahmana Kula, then they say according to that the dharmas are different. And Kshatriya means different sets of dharma. Like that, each Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra has got different dharma. So it is said in our scriptures, you have to follow your own dharma. You should not try to ape others' dharma. Even though it is, seems to be very, very attractive, you should not. That is what is traditionally interpreted. But here Gurudev, how he interprets, Swadharma means we have to, Swadharma Nishtha means we have to get established in the Swadharma. Swa means the self. Dharma of the self. Meaning what? What is the self? Self is Satchidananda Swarupam. So if you have to get established means what? Always you should express Ananda. You understand? And self is what? Unattached. So how you should live? Swadharma Nishtha means not getting attached to anything. So he says Swadharma Nishtha means to get established in the dharma of the self. See what a turn he is giving to the same word. Swadharma Nishtha. Swadharma Nishtha. Tayehi Atma Vishuddhihi Asya. Only when you are convinced that the Shruti is the only Pramanam, and when you follow your own dharma or the dharma of the self, then the Antakarana, the mind and intellect is purified. Atma Vishuddhihi happens. Atma Vishuddhi is very important. At the present moment, the mind and intellect is not pure. It is contaminated with what? Rajas and Tamas. Always agitated, always wanting something else from the world. So this is the impurity. So, if you are not running behind money, running behind pleasure, if you are only interested in performing your duties, dharma, according to your varna ashrama, or if you are true to your own self and trying to get established in the dharma of the self, then the mind gets very much purified. Atma Vishuddhihi. Atma Vishuddhihi asya Vishuddha Buddhehe Paramatma Vedanam. And that kind of a purified heart will be fit for Paramatma Vedanam, to know the true self, to get the clear, true understanding of the self. Such antakarana, such mind and buddhi is very, very important. See, that is why before, vicharam, viveka vicharam and all, they say purification of mind is very important. Chitta Shuddhi. That is why, the Mahatmas say you have to perform all your actions as a offering unto the Lord. That is the karma yoga. It really helps in the Chitta Shuddhi. The vasanas get reduced. So mind becomes quiet. That is Chitta Shuddhi. And if you develop devotion to the Lord, if you take His name, Nama, and very much if you are, one pointed in the devotion to the Lord, then also mind settles down. Sort of a sense of contentment. Everything is enough, I want only the Lord now. See, this is the spirit of bhakti. I am not going to run after things. Everything is there. Whatever He gives is prasada. I am very happy. Now my only aim is to know Him or to merge with Him, to be one with Him. So this is devotion. So that purifies the heart. Only the purified heart is very quiet, alert, and then it is fit to understand the self in its true import, in the true sense. Otherwise, like Virochana only. After studying for so many years, he thought his body is the self. Because his mind was so gross, full of rajas and tamas. But for Nachiketas, like this, because though he was young, his mind is so pure. So he had that this thing to say, I don't want anything. You keep your dance and music to yourself. You tell me what is beyond death. If at all you want to tell me something, tell me that. See, his guru, Yama, was cornered. He could not say anything else. He has to give the teaching. See, because he was very pure in his heart. So the purity of heart is very important. See, one thing, very important thing, if a sadhaka is a crooked person, he will never attain to the self. Arjavam, the straightforwardness is very important. And second thing, if he is not dharmic in the vyavaharik life, nothing will happen. He has to be dharmic. So these are all the fundamentals. And then only comes everything else. Viveka, Vairagya and all. Everything else. Muruganatha Swami is very clear. When you are not dharmic in the ordinary day-to-day life, forget about the seeking of the self. Dharmic life is very important. Then only the mind becomes pure. You have to become like a child, innocent, childlike. Why? In the kingdom of God, childlike people only can get into. That is true. So therefore, the purification of the mind is very important. Tenaiva samsara samula nashaha. Once when you know the self truly, then and then alone, tena eva samsara samula nashaha. The samsara vriksha is destroyed, root and branch, samula nasha. See, if you are not careful, if it is just cut, it may rise again, may grow again. Samula nashaha is very important. What is the mula? Ignorance. That ignorance has to be chop. That has to be taken away. So then only the samsara vriksha is once and for all destroyed. See, in our ashram, so much of grass grows. They call it as some sort of some munja grass, something they say, some grass grows here. Because from the hills it comes, the seed. Due to the wind it is all carried and it grows. Howsoever go on cutting, it comes again and again and again. You cannot help. But it is not the same with trees. Trees means solid tree, na? Once when you cut, it will not come again. Unless another crow comes and drops another seed, it won't come. You understand? So that has to be destroyed that way. You understand? Samoola nashaha. So therefore, please understand, one has to have shraddha and bhakti towards scriptures, to the teacher, listen to them very, very attentively, very, very sincerely, attentively, with the faith that that is the right means of knowledge. Otherwise, the mind can suggest so many things, you know. Some people get carried away by their own mind suggestions. Because I am very intelligent. Now I have found out, my mind is saying this. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Because the Shruti and the people who have followed Shruti, they have walked this path for how many years now? Thousands of years. And time-tested truth. See, it is not that some other path may not work, but we don't know. See? And there is no time to waste to experiment. This is Sariya Vrada, Sariya Vardhan. So, the traditional Mahatmas say, this is a time tested. You have to have faith in it and move. And you have to follow your own dharma so that you get the purity, clarity, and then this tree is destroyed. Moving on. See, another example is given. He was asking for an example. Shankara is giving example after example so that we will not miss anything. Koshairannamayadhyai panchabhihi Annamayadhyai panchabhihi Atmana samvruto bhati Nija shakti samutpannaihi Shaivala patalairivambhuvapistam. What has happened to the meter? It's a little different meter only. Koshairannamayadhyaihi Panchabhir Atma Nasamvruto bhati Nija shakti samutpanaihi Shaivala patalaihi Ivambuvapistam. Koshaihi Annamayadhyaihi panchabhihi Atma samvrudaha na bhati. See, when you know how to split and read, you will understand straight away. This koshaihi, there are 5 koshas, na? Panchabhihi. 5 koshas are there. That is Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya and Anandamaya. So, koshaihi Panchabhihi, Annamayadhyaihi, starting from Annamaya, etc., etc. Adhyaihi means what? Etc. Means all the other 4 is also included in that. So, Koshaihi Annamayadhyaihi Panchabhihi Atma Samvritaha. The Atma is covered. Nabhati, it doesn't shine. Shine means what? It is not available for our cognition. It is covered as if. Actually, the Panchakoshas can never cover, but because of our ignorance, it is as if covered. See, in the Vedanta Shastra, especially in Adi Shankara's Bhashya, this eva, the word comes again and again, as if, Because it has not happened actually. As if. See, some people have got this habit, while talking, they always use this apparently. Even when they state the fact also, they say apparently. Apparently means what? It is not actual, but apparently. See? They are all followers of Adi Shankara, I suppose. One of our Vivekachudamani member, that girl always uses apparently. But I always tell her, why are you using apparently? It's actually. Why are you using apparently? So here, Iva means as if the Atma is covered by the Panchakoshas. And na bhati, it doesn't shine as if. Once again, as if. It doesn't shine. Means what? We feel, I don't know what is Atma, the self. I am always with my own self, but then I say I don't know it. What a shame. What a shame. I know about everything in the world. Amma, my God, I can talk, days together about everything in the world. But when questioned about oneself, what are you talking? I don't know. How do you say? How can you say that? You should know yourself first. Is that not so? So this Atma is covered, doesn't shine. And you know what? Like what, Shaivala patalaihi iva ambhu vapistam. Meaning, like the moss, M-O-S-S, pasi, that covers the water. And you know what? Inge ulla vinodha ennu ketta, actually the moss is formed because of the water only. Like the clouds are formed because of the sun only, and they cover the sun. Here also, the moss is formed because of the water, and it covers the water. Similarly, these Panchakosham, they are because of the ignorance of the self only. The Avarana Shakti of Maya, which is inherent power of the Lord. See? That is why it said, Nija Shakti Samutpannaihi. By its own Shakti only the Atma is covered. Atma, the self, has got its own inherent potentiality, that is called as Maya or Avidya or whatever. So that only covers. So by its own Shakti it is covered. Like the moss, which is formed because of the water, covers the water. Shaivala patalaihi, that moss you see, Iva ambuhu, ambu means water. So it covers the water. So it is from the water only. From the water it comes and it covers the water. Similarly, the avidya or the ignorance is not from anywhere. The ego is not rising from anywhere. For everything the source is one. The self alone is the source. See, that is the beauty of it. Now, we all suffer because of ignorance. That is very evident. Is that not so? But when you realize the self, you understand the self could never have been covered. There is no power in the world to cover this self. So there was never ever this avidya. Imagine, we are suffering now because of avidya. When you realize the self, what is the realization? Never ever there could be avidya. Then what has happened all these days? Nobody knows. How it all happened? The honest answer is nobody knows. இதான் மாயமா இருக்கு எல்லாம். Ya masa maya, that is that which is not is called as maya. Ya masa, that which is not is called as maya, and that which is not is creating all trouble. Like another example, one of our acharyas gave this example. See, in the mathematics, while calculating, 1, 2, 3 has got some, some value, but 0 has got no value. Pujyam, 0. But without zero, there cannot be these binary numbers, there cannot be the computers, there cannot be anything. Zero is what? Pujyam only, nothing. But without zero, zero means what? Voltage is not. One means voltage is. That is the idea. Zero means not zero. So binary numbers. So without zero, nothing is. But zero by itself has no value. Something like Maya means nothing. But, my God, without Maya, no world. So this Avarana Shakti is out of the Maya Shakti only. Maya Shakti is inherent potential of the Lord, means of the oneself only. So from within only it is coming out, and it is hiding the truth. Like the moss is not from somewhere, it is from the water only, and it is covering the water. So what has to be done now? Very simple. Just clear the moss and drink the pure water. Very simple. Clear the moss. சும்மா அப்படி ரெண்டு கையை வச்சு இப்படி தள்ளினா போயிடும். You need not struggle at all. And you should not feel very disgusted with the moss. ஐயோ இது என்னது இது இப்படி அசிங்கமாக இருக்கு. No. You should not get disgusted with the moss. Just ரெண்டு தள்ளினா போதும். Just drive away the moss. And then you get cool water. They say, in fact, the water beneath the moss is very, very pure. Because this moss has got an ability to absorb all the dirt, it seems. Correct. So, the water beneath the moss is really pure, it seems. You can drink. So, that is what he is going to explain in the next shloka. तच्चैवालापनये सम्यक् सलिलं प्रतीयते शुद्धं सलिलं प्रतीयते शुद्धं तृष्णा संतापहरं सद्यः सौख्यप्रदं परं पुंसः तत् शैवाल अपनये सम्यक् सलिलं प्रतीयते शुद्धं तत् शैवाल, that moss apanaye, when you remove slowly with your hands, when you remove, samyak means fully if you remove, salilam pratiyate shuddham, the water which is very pure, pratiyate, it appears in front of you, because beneath the moss the pure water is available. So when you remove the moss, wonderful, the water is available. Trishna santapaharam sadhyaha, and that water is capable of quenching your thirst. Trishna santapaharam, meaning what? That pure water can quench your thirst. And saukhya pradam, and gives you all, good feeling. Saukhya pradam means what? You are satisfied. When you drink water, there is a sense, Saukhya pradam. That is called a Saukhyam. You feel well-being. Saukhya pradam param pumsaha. To the man it gives so much of satisfaction. Saukhya pradam means satisfaction. When you are very thirsty, if you drink Coca-Cola also, you will not be actually satisfied. The pure water. But you know what? Coca-Cola, if you drink without refrigerating, it is like, sort of a kashayam. Oh, it's awkward actually. How people drink, I really don't know. Similarly, this filter coffee, very, very strong. How the people drink, I really don't. It is very bitter. I don't know, people enjoy it. Tastes are different, But this original South Indian Brahmin's house filter coffee from the decoction straight, from the filter coffee straight, and is very concentrated. Actually very bitter. They like it. Some people like only very peculiar things. Milk with a little sugar is how tasty. I don't want. This filter coffee. Do you have filter coffee? That too with decoction. The chickiri ellam kalandu ennamollam panni. It goes and tickles and the nerves, and you feel very activated for some time, and then totally you collapse. Like what? The energy goes. It is like இதுதான் போதை மாதிரி தான். கொஞ்ச நேரத்துக்கு you are very active and then it goes. And people are so addicted to it. And they write stories about it, talk endlessly about it. You know what filter coffee? Madras coffee. It is called as Madras coffee. And if you go into all these cafes, modern cafes, how many varieties they have got? My God. So those things cannot quench your thirst actually. I don't believe in it, I suppose. The pure water only can quench your thirst. And very cold also cannot quench. And very hot also can, warm also cannot. The ordinary water, especially when it is flowing in the river, so beautiful. You drink it. And the river water is never dirty, because everything settles down. And the pure water goes. We need not bother, See, dosham pakave kuda tannila. We should just drink. But we should be careful about all this industrial waste and all that is there. Now the human beings, they are very nasty. But otherwise it quenches your thirst and you feel satisfied. So therefore, what you need to do? Just remove the mass. That is all we need to do. So when the Pancha Kosha has covered this Atma, the self, what we need to do? We have to, through proper discrimination, we have to remove the covering of the Pancha Koshas. What are all the Pancha Koshas? The body first. How to remove the body? Jump in the fire. Hang yourself. By that you will be given another body immediately. See, before time, if you try to commit suicide, another body will be given immediately. You cannot escape. So how to do away with the body identification? We have to again and again teach ourselves that we are not this body. Body is inert and I am sentient, conscious. So I am not this. That is how slowly we have to give up this identification. And prana also, it is all seen. Drishya, I am a drik. Like that, we should not identify with it, and we should not consider the dharma of the anatma vastu to be dharma of our own self. That is how we have to get out of it. Only way is stand apart and not get identified. When you come to Vedanta Shastra, this is the only sadhana. Stand apart. Watch dispassionately. Don't get involved. Don't meddle. These are all the key words. But since we have been living in this samsara for so many ages, for so many yugas, it is very hard for us to not get involved. We want to get involved into everything. Because we are very intelligent people now. We want to get involved into everything. And we suffer. Even somebody else's problem, they are trying to sort it out, but we want to get involved. Who asked you? Nobody asked you. You yourself, no. As a fellow human being, should I not go and help? Sorry, we don't want your help. Because this person, whenever comes, he or she messes it up. Never helps, messes it still further. So therefore, stand apart and watch. So after our course, our Vedanta course is over, after 2.5 years, when we were sitting at the feet of our Guruji, Swami Tejamayanji, we asked him, Swamiji, you have taught us everything, it is fine. But give us the final Upadesha. One Upadesha which we should remember always. See, all the Upadesha has been given already. But still we want to have the one last Upadesha, which is the Upadesha, so that we can remember and we can follow. But we have not followed, that is a different story. but give us that's Upadesha. And you know what he said? Abide in the self and watch the drama of life. And later I found it is from Yoga Vasishta. Means always you abide in the self and watch the drama of life. How beautiful. So there is nothing to get so serious about this. It's a drama going on. So watch the drama. When you watch the drama as a drama, you enjoy it. So abide, that can happen only when you are sure within yourself. You abide in yourself and watch the drama of life. Therefore, this Panchakosha has to be negated, and then the true self has to be discovered. That is what is said in the next verse. Panchanamapi koshanam apavadhe vibhatyayam shuddha nityanandaikarasa pratyag rupa paraswayam jyotihi Panchanam abhi koshanam apavade. When you remove all this Panchakosha through proper discrimination, Vibhati ayam shuddha, this Atma, the self, it shines by itself. How is it? Nitya ananda ekarasaha. Oh ho ho. It is ever, Nitya means ever, ananda ekarasaha. Bliss alone, it's its nature. Ekarasaha. Ananda ekarasaha. Pratyag rupaha. It is the very self. It is not anything else. Pratyag rupaha. It is one's own self. Paraha. It is a supreme. There is nothing greater than that. So Paraha and Swayam Jyotihi. Jyotisham api tajyotihi tamasap paramuchyate. Swayam Jyotihi. Meaning what? It doesn't borrow light from anywhere. It is of the nature of light. Light means illumination, knowledge. It is not this ordinary light available for the senses. No, it is not. Light means the illuminating power is called as light. That is what it is called as knowledge. So Swayam Jyotihi. How it is known? By its own light. You don't need another light. By its own knowledge it is known. You don't require any other knowledge. That is why you don't require any other Shastras. No Upadesha is required. It is self-evident. It is self-evident actually. See, the most beautiful thing about the self is you cannot miss it. But we say, I don't understand, as if we have missed it. You can never miss it. How can you miss it? It is Swayam Jyoti, self-evident. It is very obvious. How can you miss it? But we miss it. That is Maya. Like on that day I told you, na, when this pamphlet, when I see like this, I am able to see. When it is like this, I miss it. It is Pratyag Rupaha. Meaning it is one with me, so I miss it. If it is actually little distant, little away from me, I could have seen it. It is one with me, I miss it. But you cannot miss it. Swayam Jyotihi. It is self-evident. It is shining of its own. That is the glory. That is the glory of the self. So Panchanamapi Koshanam Apavade. When you remove the Panchakoshas, Vibhatyayam, it shines by itself. It is the Shuddham, the pure. Nitya Ananda Ekarasaha, blissful always. Pratyag Rupaha, it is indwelling, it is dwelling here in the heart. Paraha, the supreme, Swayam Jyotihi. Okay. Then Atma Vivekaha. Atma Viveka Kartavyaha. Bandha muktaye vidusha. If I cut it before, the second sentence is as if long. When I cut it after, it is short. I don't know where to cut. You cannot cut in the middle. Kartavyaha, you cannot say. Kartavyaha only you have to say. So, I don't know. I should learn how to chant. Okay, I will read it out. If I can't chant, I will read. Atma natma vivekaha kartavyaha bandha muktaye vidusha tenaivanandhi bhavati swam vijnaya satchidanandam. So therefore, what he says, Atma anatma vivekaha kartavyaha. He says, he tells his student, the Guru, he tells his students, you know what is your primary duty? Kartavyaha means duty. What you have to do, you know. Atma anatma vivekaha kartavyaha. You have to discriminate between the Atma and the Anatma. That is only the thing to be done. For what? Bandha muktaye. If you want to get rid of this bondage, you have to do that. Vidusha means that is how the wise people do. I don't know how about you. Vidusha means by the wise, the discrimination between the Atma and Anatma has to be done. There is no other go. Bandha muktaye, to get rid of this bondage. Tena eva anandi bhavati. Only when you have realized yourself, you become really blissful. Anandi bhavati. Till then, sorrows only. We end with something and we get attached and suffer. There are 3 steps in this suffering, you know. Our Acharya ji used to say, we create, we get attached, and we suffer. These are the 3 steps. Remember, we create. All the relationship we only create. We want to. So we create relationship. And then we get attached to it. And once you get attached, you suffer. Another example. Nobody asked you, this Mahatma ji only created this ashram. Created means what? Wanted to have an ashram. You create. And then you get attached means what? Now we have to do this, we have to do that, what will I do, what will I do? And then you suffer. You create, you get attached, and you suffer. Our Acharya told us, don't create any ashram, don't have any disciples. You should have listened to him, na? When you create ashram, it is shrama. Always shrama only. You know what is shramam? Very difficult. This motor, you know, this which is bringing water up, that goes always. So that fellow will not come. Even God will come, the electrician will not come. We are asking for the electrician to come for the past 1 month, he is not coming. And the bulbs will go. Something will happen, something or other will happen. So it's very ashrama only. Ashrama. You may not have funds, but somebody will come and pump some funds, and they think they can now dictate terms. You know. See? That is the problem. You cannot be very happy that somebody is giving some money. Then they want everything their way. My way or hit the highway. But the Swami here wants the same. My way or hit the highway. That is the problem. If 2 egoistic people come together, they cannot survive, you know. You can have only 1 sword, na? 2 swords you cannot keep. So that is the problem. So much of problem. And everybody wants same sort of attention. And what can you do? And you are a very inattentive person. Insensitive person. Shrama. Always nobody is happy. Nobody is satisfied. Why? This Swamiji is not good, you know. Yeah, I am not good one. So what now? Always there's a problem. If you don't have anything, you are happy. You just go on living your life. Udara nimittam bahukruta vesham. In Tiruvannamalai you have seen today, no? Everywhere Annadhanam only. Morning, afternoon and night. Well, that's not an easy life, huh? Not easy life at all. Not doing anything, only eating is very difficult. Not only that, and you don't know what to look for. Look forward in life is very difficult actually. These sannyasi sadhus here, they don't have anything to look forward except Paurnami. Why? They get more collection. And they have got annual bonus. That is Mahadibam day. Mahadibam 10 days, the sadhus get annual bonus. Monthly salary they get during Paurnamis. Other days, whatever comes, little bit, you know, they are okay with it. Very difficult. But to have ashram is very, very difficult. And on top of it, if you build a temple, I tell you, Rama, ashrama. Temple is not a problem. To build a temple is easy. To have a priest is very difficult. You can take care of the gods, but not the priests. Very difficult. And you know, on the other day I had gone to Hyderabad, one that Ramanuja's big statue, that ashrama, they have got 108 Sannidhi. Murti at Divya Kshetram. In one place, 108 Sannidhi. And each Sannidhi, they have got 4 priests, it seems. Morning 2, evening 2. I was calculating 100 into 4, 400. 8 4s are 32. 432 priests they are managing. I go and want to fall at his feet of that Mahatma. You are God only. A person is managing 432 priests means he is God. No doubt for me. Like Krishna, he is managing 432 priests. So, Shrama only. Everything is Shrama. So, therefore, Ananda is what? If you discover the self and just abide in the self, not to get involved with the world. This time our Acharya very clearly said, don't get involved with anything or anybody. Don't become ever a teacher. Always remain a seeker. All those words are ringing in my ears. And he said, what is that? He said, na pana na kona. In Hindi for me it's a little difficult. Na pana na kona. No gain, no loss. Na? Am I right? Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. That's what he was saying. So, tena eva anandi bhavati swam vijnanaya, knowing oneself, which is satchit anandam, which is of the nature of the true existence, pure existence, knowledge and bliss. Only when you know that, swam, its own self, then what? Tevayena anandi bhavati, then only you become really satisfied, blissful. So this Mahatma has now this thing, finished everything, winding up, giving a signal. Swamiji, time might share. No, you need not go on and on and on, you know. We are all very tired. Don't please push us further. No, I will push you further. Munjadi shikamiva drishya vargat pratyanja matmanam asangamakriyam vivichya tatra pravilapya sarvam tadhatmana tishtati yassa muktaha. See, munjadi ishikamiva, munjadi ishikamiva, meaning what? Like the munja grass, what we are talking about, it has got different layers. through the middle there is some sort of a stalk, a sort of a, and then it is covered with different layers. So you have to remove it to get the real one. Remove the outer layers. So if you want the real thing, that munja grass, so you have to remove the outer layers. So that is another example given. See, similarly, drishya varghat prayancham atmanam asangam akriyam. So if you want to realize or know the atmanam, the true self, which is asangam, unattached, akriyam, beyond activities, what you should do? You have to drishya vargat prayancham. Drishya vargam means what? Whatever is seen, drishya vargam. That you have to slowly negate. Na iti, na iti. See, like if you want the real, that munja grass, you have to remove the outer layers. Like that, if you want real, the Atma, the self, whatever is covering it, the other sheets, 5 sheets, slowly you have to remove it. Here it is called as drishya varghat. Drishya vargam means what? Whatever is seen, heard, tasted, touched, all the drishya vargam. Everything has to be slowly negated, and then you get the real thing. Tatra pravilapya sarvam, and everything else has to be merged in that self. Tada atmana tishtati, then you abide in the self. Yaha samuktaha, then he is liberated one. Meaning all the drishya padartha has to be merged in the drik. Drik means the seer. And the drik has to be questioned. Question means inquired, and then you abide in the self. How to merge all the drishya padartha into drig? You need not merge that way. Because in fact, from the drig only all the drishya padartha has come. So when you give attention only to the drig, all the drishya padartha automatically is merged in the drig only. You understand what I am saying? See, from the drig, the seer, or the ego vritti, ego self only, everything else has come, drishya padartha. So how to merge all the drishya padartham into the ego self? You need not do it. You just focus attention on the drig only. Automatically all the drishya padartha, drig, everything goes and merges with the self. That is what Bhagavan says, na? And there you abide. Don't allow the mind again to rise. You just be there. That is the hard work actually. See, to abide means to know the self is not that hard. To remain there always, that is something else. That happens only with the vasanakshayam. Vasanakshayam, it happens very spontaneously, naturally. And then only there is real mukti. So what is the job now? Very clear. There is anatma vastu in the world, drishya padartham, and there is atma, the self. So now we have to discriminate between the anatma and atma, and we have to negate all the anatma and hold on to the atma vastu. If that can be done, that is it. And we have to abide there. See, like the moss, it may come again and again. When you clear it and leave it, then it will come again. Is it not so? So you go on clearing it. So, but a time comes, sahaja sthiti it is called, where no more the mind will rise, no more the ego will rise, because the fuel is exhausted. And the nishtha is very firm. At that point of time, effortlessly you abide. You cannot slip. Then that is done. That is the mukti padam. As long as you are struggling, putting effort, it is not mukti padam. Without your effort, for breathing you don't put effort, na? Generally. It is natural, spontaneous. Like that, the abidance should be very spontaneous, natural. It is called as natural state. See, Nisarga Datta Maharaj, na? Nisarga means natural actually. He was abiding in his natural state. His name was not Nisarga, something else. He was given this name of Nisarga Datta Maharaj because he was abiding in the natural state. What is the natural state? One's own self. But once when you get the real taste of it, then the mind will not want to come out. See? The mind will not want to come out. That is the ananda it enjoys there. So till that point of time, we have to little bit, what they say, coax and little bit cajole the mind, and you have to make it to merge in the self. But once when it enjoys the bliss, then it knows this is it, this is the real thing. So it wants to be there. And for that Mahatma Ashravakra says, even to close and open the lid of the eye is shramam. He doesn't want, why should I close my eyes and open? He says, such a effortless state he is in. Nobody can compel him to do anything, or nobody can stop him also from doing anything. He is law unto himself. See how beautifully it is said? He is law unto himself. Because there is no ego in him, the Paramatma is functioning through that equipment. So you cannot put terms and conditions to Paramatma. So he is law unto himself. We will stop here and continue tomorrow morning. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.